Maybe hard to imagine, but just 1 second or even an inch can change the rest of your life. In fact, that's what happened to a Brentwood police officer who found herself in the middle of a dramatic shootout 11 years ago.
Fox 17's Erika Lathon shows us in the end, love and a bullet changed this police officer's life in ways she never could have imagined.
Delta 11, I'm in the area.
While working as a Franklin police officer, Charlie Warner would frequently see a fellow cop in court who caught his eye, Brentwood Officer Stephanie Bellis. The two in blue formed a friendship that eventually changed. How it changed depends on who you ask.
She'll tell a different version of the story, but she asked me out.
Stephanie says she invited Charlie to join her and some friends for a night out. And while they may not agree on whether it was a date or not, they both agree it was an interrogation.
I didn't realize that I was going to an interview because that's exactly what it was.
We wanted to know who he had dated, why he had broken up with him. We gave him a full interview.
They had questions written out, I think before I ever even arrived. And some of them were ridiculous questions.
So what happens when one officer interrogates another? In this case, a conviction. Stephanie's conviction that she'd met the one.
And at that moment, I really fell madly in love with this guy.
And Charlie fell madly in love with Stephanie. After just a month of dating, they were already talking marriage.
We had talked about marriage already, secretly. We didn't want to tell our friends and family that we were that into each other because we thought that they would think we were crazy, because that's very fast. But when you know, you know.
What Stephanie couldn't know is that while she was thinking about spending the rest of her life with Charlie,
armed robbery in progress.
Her life would hang in the balance when responding to a bank robbery that turned into a shootout.
He's got an assault rifle. Come up behind you. Behind you.
Stephanie's dash camera captured a bank robber firing more than a dozen shots at her patrol car.
Where's their headquarters? Give me there. What's up here right now?
Charlie could hear the shootout taking place and immediately grew concerned.
I had talked to her about 10 minutes earlier on the phone, and I knew she was in that area.
60-30 hit.
14 shots pierced Stephanie's car, one of them hitting Stephanie. Charlie heard an officer hit and called to find out which one. He got the news he dreaded hearing. Stephanie had been shot.
We also got an officer down.
I couldn't even breathe. I mean, my breath was just taken from me, you know. Those are words that I was kind of expecting but did not want to hear.
Charlie headed to the hospital to meet Stephanie's ambulance. He arrived an emotional wreck.
Sobbing, very emotional, thinking that this girl I knew I loved was going to be in really grave condition in the back of the ambulance.
It turned out to be an emotional moment for Stephanie as well, but for a very different and very awkward reason.
I get out at Vanderbilt Hospital, and here's my ex-boyfriend, the paramedic, on one side, and my current boyfriend on the other side. Both of them there, concerned over me, and I'm going, oh my gosh.
Stephanie credits Charlie's love with changing her life, but she believes it's her paperwork that saved her life.
We believe that one went through the window or through the door, and then went through this book and through all this metal, and then into my arm. And the part of the bullet is still in my arm.
A month after Stephanie's shooting, she and Charlie were engaged. Just 6 months after that interrogation Charlie claims as a date, they were married.
I don't think that shooting made Charlie and I get married. It's just a little icing on the cake that helped us push it faster, and it brought us closer together.
11 years later, Charlie and Stephanie couldn't be closer. Stephanie traded in her badge to be a full-time mom to the Warners' 3 children.
If I looked 10 years ago and said that I'm going to have 3 little rugrats running around, I would never have believed you. But they are the most precious children I've ever seen in my life, and we are so blessed. 1, 2, 3, jump!
It's a life full of blessings, but one so perilously close to being cut short.
All these could have been the deadly shot.
It's love and a bullet that's created this family and held them together.
This lady is the most amazing woman I have ever met in my entire life. She is an A-plus wife. She's an A-plus mom. I actually can't believe that I got to marry her.
You look in the dictionary for the perfect father and husband, and it's got Charlie beside it. Well, Lord, I'm gonna cry. He really is an A-plus father.
Erika, Lathon, Fox 17 News.
What a sweet, sweet love story. Stephanie has some nerve damage from the bullet fragments still in that right arm. The full-time mother and wife credits her citation book and fellow officer Tommy Walsh with saving her life. Walsh, by the way, who was critically injured during the shootout, is now the assistant police chief in Brentwood.